This is Smithy.tv.
Hi, this is Kenny Robinson. You're here on Smitty TV watching Breakin, listening, watching, checking out, digging, loving, hopefully, and clicking on breaking down the news. Folks, we've been away for a while. We've been on the road. Things been busy, but couldn't decide for any. I couldn't have a better guest to come back for the third time. You like Ali, brother?
Is it
You
third?
third time.
Well, you know me.
Been poet, political activist, columnist, filmmaker, and man all about town, Clifton
Wow,
Joseph.
you're adding shit. Next thing you'll be saying I'm Stephen Hawking. I'm a nuclear physicist.
Well, you could be if you drank that stuff that you used to put in the salad dressing bottles that used to take their coat clubs.
You remember those days? Don't tell people my business, brother.
Clifton had some shit that wasn't legal to be sold in the liquor store, and the funkier the bottle was, the less I wanted to try it. Even though at that point he was leading some shit, goddamn, get off your ass and jam while standing on the speakers of and hosting and hosting an event. So
I hope you kept those photographs. I didn't let them go, Kenny.
oh, no, them photographs got burnt.
Oops, please,
but
thank
yes,
you, mercy.
They was burnt. But so anyway, speaking of somebody, we just finished talking about our election. It's somebody that hopes to become elected, and I can't see it happening, but stranger things have happened. Stateside, Donald Trump is he's a tank that doesn't seem is going to stop. But the only thing giving him any run for the money is Ben Carson.
Wow, what a rogues gallery of.
I've not seen a
I don't
brother
know.
with less charisma since the days of Brian Gumble.
Yeah, I mean, the dude was a brain surgeon.
Yes.
In all respects, he seemed to have been a good one, whatever. But it means that
Well,
you're
Trump
very-
said he was an okay surgeon. I said he separated twins. What do you mean he was an
Yeah.
okay surgeon?
So, but Kenny, after what was the dude, the brother with the pizza, the pizza franchise? Before he was very
Another
strange.
Republican.
The Republican guy,
Why do they-
Kane, wasn't it Kane?
That may have been him.
Yeah. No, I thought that was the craziest and wildest. But this guy Ben Carson takes the prize from the guy and get a secondary prize too, because the kind of stuff that he keeps on saying is just past ridiculous. And for a guy who's running for president, but again, he's a Republican, so the Republicans haven't been.
What basement do they make these Negroes in? Is there a laboratory underneath the bat cave?
Dr. Frankenstein has got nothing on these guys. He would have flunked the test.
He
with
said,
these guys.
I'm not interested in practicing this, because a perfect example. But I love him because he's got these great quotes.
Yes, he does give that. Comedians must love him. Yes,
Well, I don't think we've hooked onto him yet because he has no persona. Because, okay, maybe this is wrong, but we're used to any kind of black political figure at least being an orator.
Yes, yeah. Come out of the church, you
Coming out of the church,
do a
or
sermon.
even if you're Obama and you didn't get to go to a black church till you're a grown man, you still had the sense to
Of
go listen
course.
to Reverend Wright.
Yeah,
So you can learn to shorten your words when you had to when you're on the stump.
Yeah, drop them G's when you got to. Yeah.
Don't pronunciate every word, damn it, So, so educated ass.
But
You better-
Carson he's a clip speaker. You're right.
and there's
Very
no
emotion,
soul in
no
it.
soul, the dark recesses of his mind. And this is the thing with Republicans, I guess. But what do you think of some of the shit he's been saying, though, Kenny?
Well, okay, perfect example. When they had that most recent shooting, he said, if I was there, I would have told him, if I was there, I would have told everyone, hey, he can't shoot all of us. Let's attack him, and then maybe he'll get me, but the rest of us can get him. Well, by the time you said all that, you'd been shot. And I'm surely ain't following any calm speaking motherfucker
No,
into
sir.
combat at that
Especially
time.
one who's probably speaking from the back of the crowd.
If you're gonna follow, you want me to follow you into some lead, you better be charged. You better be some nonsense.
But no, it's the other line you were telling me about that he
Oh,
said, though.
the
about
best one
stick
was
up.
they asked, well, have you ever, you say that now, but have you ever had a gun pulled on you? And he said he was in D.C., I think it was, and he was in a Popeye's chicken, and a guy went and put the gun in his ribs, and he said, no, you want to see the guy over there on the other side of the counter.
Who's got the money?
He's
Priceless, brother, man.
He
That is
threw this minimum
absolutely-
wage kid working the cash counter under the bus. He may have had $3,000 in his pocket. Who knows? But he said, no, you want him. He's got the cash. No, that's the cashier. You have to rob. You don't rob the customer. You rob. So when I heard that, I said, okay. Because
he makes Clarence Thomas, another black Republican, seem like he is clear. And I guess here's the thing I think with these black Republicans, right, is that they, after was that ex-football player who was running for them and they kind of ran him out of the party.
Oh, J.C. Watts played football up here in Canada.
And I don't know what
he was
happened
big in
with him.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. So what it is, it seemed to me as if the black Republicans have to be first as anti-black as they can be.
Oh, affirmative action? Bad, now that I got mine.
Outrageously at far right wing when it comes to particularly so-called black issues.
There's no racism.
And so that they have to end up like out Ku Kluxing, the
Yes.
Ku Klux Klanners.
Absolutely. They have to be the kind of person that racist white people would either embrace or go, that's a bit extreme, don't
But
you
then
think?
consequently, Kenny, how do you sound credible or even sane with that kind of philosophical approach, which is a problem I think that Ben Carson has had, and before him the guy Kane, and any of the big time black
And more,
Republicans.
and also recent Cosby.
Oh yes,
Cosby, as quiet as it's kept, you know.
Cosby's Republican.
Well, I wouldn't say
Well,
he's
he'd speak
Republican,
like one.
but to pull up your bootstraps
Oh yeah,
and
that's
all that.
that's pure, yeah, pure.
You know, but I mean,
Republicanism.
it's true. We do need to pull up our pants, pull up our bootstraps. But as my uncle Al Hamilton said, you can't tell a man with no boots to pull his boots up by the straps.
Excellent.
So, you know, so there's that angle of it. But you know, and he manages to every time he opens his mouth, but he like Trump, he gets stronger. You know, like he was saying, if the Jews had guns, you know, then there wouldn't have been a Holocaust. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, excuse me, there's something called the Warsaw Uprising, and they had guns, but they didn't have enough of them or big enough, or you know. So how can you say, you know, it's like, well, if the Africans had weapons, there'd been no slavery.
No slavery whatsoever. But so yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous what he's trying. But what it is that the Republican Party has not sounded sane for quite a while.
No.
You know what I mean? We have McCain who decides in a fit of brilliance, anti-brilliance, he's going to get Sarah Pauling to run.
I think that was pushed upon him. He didn't look too pleased
Yeah,
about that.
Bush.
And you know what's sad about that whole McCain thing going down when he brought in Palin, who was even more right-wing than him? I actually thought he was one of the more decent Republicans.
Well, he plays that kind of game, Kenny, but he's a nasty piece of work like Kissinger, like Brzezinski. He plays that kind of thing. And like, for instance, he is teamed up with Elizabeth Warren, who's a Democrat.
Right.
And she's been trying to go after the banks. Of course, your boy Obama, got
They're
her
saying
attacked.
Warren may be the perfect person to hook up with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, so she and McCain is going after the bank. So McCain will do these sometimes
He's got some decency in him.
things. I doubt it. I think it's all game playing. When politicians like him game play, then you're hanging out with the Free Syrian Army and the right wingers and proto-fascists in the Ukraine and so on, taking photos with them. Come on, kid.
Well, I think it's just because McCain hates for America not to be in a war somewhere.
Yeah,
You know,
that is.
there's
true.
never been a war that McCain did. Like, you know, like everybody's saying Obama did wrong in Syria. Now, you saying he did wrong because he did whatever he did. McCain and them are saying he did wrong because he didn't send troops in right away. And then and Obama said, let's hold on to who we just start giving weapons to. Because sometimes we give people weapons and they shoot back. So then they say, and it turned out, well, you wind up giving some weapons to ISIS people. And Obama says, see, I told you we can't give weapons to everybody out there.
Well, look, you know how many times they've mistakenly dropped supplies to ISIS, the Americans?
Hey, not as often as
And
they
remember the
mistakenly drop
Canadians?
a bomb on some Doctors Without Borders. Mistakes happen in a combat
Oh,
zone.
wow, that was So what it is, here's the flip side of the crazies and the Republicans is that also we've seen a drop in stature of Democratic candidates too. I think the Republicans are hoping, all of them, that Hillary would win the nomination, which she most likely like.
But it
Win
looked like it was
just
going to be
based
a
on
no.
money.
It looked like it was going to be no competition. It looked like it was her.
Yeah,
was
but
anointed.
Bernie Sanders jumped in there. We'll see her. I think longevity, because that campaign, if we thought 11 weeks was a long campaign, they've got about a year and change that they keep.
Hillary been campaigning since before Monica had a dirty dress.
Big, and it's
So,
about money,
yeah.
so she'll be able to raise that a lot of ducats.
And she's
to
got
get that
Slick
stuff
Willie, the
going.
most loved American politician in the
So
last
the
30 years.
Republicans are
backing her.
hoping. The Republicans are hoping that
Benghazi?
this Benghazi thing and the email gate and all of that will come back to haunt her. And of course, she's got a long track record. Remember all those suicides and questionable cats who got killed from the party and so on.
Disappeared, suicide, wasn't even depressed or on medication.
So if they can run that campaign, they're hoping that she gets the nomination, and then whatever crazy they got can knock her out based on all of her scandals. I think it's a fool's game.
I would count on Slick Willie keeping his wife in Teflon instead of mink, and I think they're a hard team to beat. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we've seen a devaluation of the stature of the person in the White House. What everyone thinks of Kennedy and Johnson, all the way.
Those
up to
days are done.
those. Yeah.
Those days are done. And unfortunately, our time for this topic and this segment is done.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So who do you think will win the election then in the States?
Oh, I'm not even calling it yet. One side of me wants Trump just for the sake to sit back and watch his ignorance unroll. And plus, I feel for everybody that was mad that Obama wasn't progressive and left enough.
He wasn't.
Well, for those of you, I say, here's Donald Trump. Sit back and cry. I'm going to have some popcorn. And folks, I hope you're having popcorn here. This is Clifton Joseph. I'm Kenny
Right on,
Robinson
right on.
here on Smitty TV, breaking down the news. We're going to come back. We're just talking about crazies. We're going to talk about how crazy is you, I said is you, to spend $75,000 on a weekend at a whorehouse in Nevada. And
Crazy.
and is that the kind of crazy that you'd like to be? Anyway, breaking down the news, Kenny Robinson, Smitty TV. Stick around. We're going to do another segment in a minute.